Hey YouTube, what goes on? And welcome back to Disavowed Action Figures, bringing you Toy Hunt episode number 436. We're back in Lehigh Valley, Allentown, Pennsylvania, looking for new toys, looking for action figures, looking for good deals, clearance sales, whatever you want to call it. But before we get to any of that, if you're new, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It is free for you, it does not cost you anything, and helps us grow the channel tremendously in the march to 8,000 subscribers. While you're at it, go ahead and click that bell notifications, because that way YouTube should notify and tell you when we post new content here to the channel, like our weekly toy hunts, reviews, and live streams. Leave a comment down below, hit that like button for daily toy content and daily toy updates. Try checking us out over at Instagram at Disavowed_12. Let's see what they have inside. So I'm trying really hard to get the perfect angles here in this video as I film. So I'm trying to submit this video for YouTuber Cinematographer of the Year for 2025. So I'm really going to try to get this as perfect as I can here. I just want to get really good. Okay, it's an inside joke. Some people get it. But other than that, G.I. Joe's here, Star Wars. Up top, they restocked on the Fireman Legacy figures. They're very cool. I'm getting whittled down to considering it. Down here we have SM33. From Skeleton Crew, a whole peg full of him, actually, tons of him here. Over this way, Paternity Guard, back behind, Cassian from Andor. So again, a lot of Star Wars here for sure. Nothing I'm gonna be picking up. Starman, that's pretty cool looking, whatever it is. So it's the DC Direct look for McFarlane. Actually, sorry, a quick cut there. We have more Banshees still hanging out. Over this side, the new wrestling's finally starting to get picked through here. Looks like we're down to some Terry Funks. We got the Undertaker, we got a Billy Gunn. There's a Woody hanging out. Good old Groundskeeper of the Year right there. Bart and Homer. Ron Simmons. So we got a Charlotte Flair hiding back here. Yep, we got Charlotte. I think we saw that at Ollie's recently, actually, believe it or not, even though it's new. And then the Jesser section. So plenty of dinos down here hanging out as well. You can get a good look at those. Down below, got Godzilla. And they do have the clearance section here. So this has been, I think this is an exclusive. I'm not quite sure. I'm not a Transformer guy. If you're new to the channel, I don't really know much about them, but I think this was down to 35 at one point. Now it's 1649, so it's probably the lowest that's going to go, and there's a lot of them here, so that might be bargain store bound eventually. But it seems to be all the action figures in this section for clearance. All right, so check this out. Do they have the Simpsons on clearance now? $12.99 for the little Dio set. So I'm not doing the 2-inch. I'm doing the regular size, the 5-inch. But that's a pretty good price for that. Get a TV with it. The house is on the one side of it. So that's actually pretty cool for that price. There's the 5-inch scale that I'm collecting. I only have a couple of these, but that's tempting, to be perfectly honest, just to kind of see what it's all about. Lisa looks maniacal there, doesn't she? That's tempting. That's for $13. And I'm not technically getting out of my lane either, because I do collect Simpsons, just not necessarily. And back here, the only NECA that could be found is a lone Ben Cooper. Actually, a couple of Ben Coopers. There's a turtle, so they finally put some NECA back out. This used to be just a completely stacked stored NECA, and it all just disappeared kind of overnight. So they finally brought back a couple small things, but nothing near what they would used to have. But they had another section in the toy aisle that's completely gone, which I heard is common. I heard that aisle did go away in most stores. But all right, I think we're getting out of here. Going to Ross next. And actually still here, I keep forgetting there's a summer geek out collector spot. So this is where a lot of the wrestling got thrown. That's why it seems so empty for the wrestling section. They put wrestling over here on these pegs. There's so many of those there, so many. The Disney store section's packed with them too. I mean, look at all this guy here. That's crazy. So lots of stuff here. Some DC down below. Adam Strange, Batman's the Platinum Adam Strange. And then the Dark Archer. I don't know this one. And I haven't seen this before, number 40. So I'm guessing he's relatively new. Don't know him. There's the barcode if it helps. So kind of cool. It's like an evil version of Hawkeye or something. I know Hawkeye's Marvel, but you know what I'm laying down. All right, we're going to check out the Ross on Airport Road. Today, again, as I said last video, we're not chasing Ross finds anymore. I'm out on a just typical toy hunt where on my route, I'll pass probably 2, maybe 3 of these. So I'm not going out of my way. So this happened to be here. That's where I started. Let's check it out. So there's like a focus group or something going on here with the shoppers. So trying to stay out of their way. Big group of people in a circle talking by the toy pegs. So there's like 5 or 6 of these over there. So accessories are decent, you know, for $3.99. I'm not going to get it. I don't need the happy hangman right there. The millennial cowboy, as they call him. Also some rings here. Got Gunther right there, giving a chomp to Sammy. So main event ring. Haven't seen these here before. Those are, if I can find the price, $16.99. So I don't know if that's a good price or not. Let me know in the comments. I don't think I've ever even seen this in a store, like in a Walmart or a Target. So was this an exclusive somewhere? So $12.99 on King Hiss, mutated disguise leader of the Snake Men. It's really cool looking. Not for me, but if you collect these, usually there's the only turtles I see in these stores. So Turtle, Gray Skull, mashup there, Motu and TMNT is pretty neat. But other than that, I think we're out of luck for anything else that's here. Because everything just falls. There we go. Let's back away slowly. But yeah, I think that's it for here. So a couple cool things that are newer, but that's about it, I think. Got some giant, this thing laying here, whatever that is. And yes, we're making the obligatory, unnecessary Ollie's bargain outlet check for good stuff cheap. This Ollie's is hard to go to anymore. It's not good. I think I called it filth in the last video. Let's see what's in here today. Uncle Ollie. And it's basically all the same stuff that we always see in this store. So either I'm just missing when they get new stuff, or it's just they're not putting it out, we're not getting it, or something or other. But again, if you're new to the channel, thank you for watching this video. It's not over yet. Don't leave yet. However, just wanted to always put it out there that I'm in Ollie's a lot. So that's why I don't go like through shelf by shelf anymore when I'm in here. Anytime you see an Ollie's logo in my video, I probably found something good, or it's just trash the place. I try not to do too terribly often, but because they can kind of trash themselves, as you can see. But yeah, so if you want to see, close up to what's here, look for any Ollie's videos with an Ollie's logo on the thumbnail, because I probably went through a little bit closer showing you what was here. So all right, I think we're getting the heck on out of here. MacArthur Road, Ross, where I'm pretty sure at this point I'm recognized when I walk in, which is weird. Not like recognized as in like, hey, there's that, as in like, oh, that guy's here again. Does he have a problem? Yeah, that's how I'm recognized, I think, anymore. Okay, let's see what they have. So not too much that I've noticed, but look at this Star-Lord. First of all, I would be very convinced that's not in the box. It's something ridiculous price shoved in here. Look at the freaking price. What? $17.99? They're selling Legends here for like, what, $4, $5, and they want 17. They said this is what happens here. They for some reason mess up the original value. So for some reason I thought this was $30. Unless it came from like a weird, like an FYE or something, which I doubt. But yeah, I would not buy that, let alone for that price. It's probably not even in there. And then this is actually kind of cool. $10. I don't do pops, but I like how they put the comic book in front of them sometimes. That's kind of neat. Not for me, but cool to see. And then the main shelf area, there's just not much here that I can notice. There's some new stuff out, but it's not like action figures or anything that we'd be looking to pick up. It's just like general toys. Obviously, it's a toy section for kids, so you're gonna get regular non-collectible toys. Pops, of course, still shoved all over the place. But in the front of the store, they did have one of those pops with the comic book, the X-Men one I just showed you. So that was it for the front of the store. So yeah, luckily I didn't go out of my way to come here. It's on the way home from where I started, because if I went out of my way to come here, I'd be kind of bummed out. So considering it was on the way, I'll take the L when I don't find something here. So okay, I think that's it for this location. I think we're gonna get on out of here and maybe go to Target next. Don't even know where we're going. Checking in back at the MacArthur Road Walmart here in Allentown, Pennsylvania. I already saw that really awesome Hasbro display. If you saw last video, if you didn't check it out, I highly suggest you do. It's awesome. There's Transformers, G.I. Joe Classified, again, finally at Walmart. Marvel Legends. It's just an awesome, really cool Hasbro display. Hoping to see that here. I saw that in a different city, different town than around my area. So we'll see if they have it. If not, we'll just do a regular general check. So as it would appear, there is no display out here yet. Pretty much everybody I've spoken to, oh, that's new, that's pretty cool. Almost everybody I've spoken to has basically said that they don't think they'll ever see that in their area. And I have to be honest, that's how I feel as well. I had to drive a little bit further out of my area to see it, to find it. But I'm really hoping that they are more prevalent for collectors to get some things, and also for more exposure for those brands to kids. Because again, we always joke and say, obviously, like Legends and Star Wars and things are meant for adult collectors, whereas, they claim they're for kids. But we do want kids to buy stuff because we want these brands to continue to make money, so they continue to exist. So a lot of good reasons to have that shipper in as many locations as possible. So that's the selfish one that I just really like seeing it. I think it's cool. But I think we're done here. I'm not going to check the collectible section. I was just here recently and it was pretty dead. So I think we're going to go to maybe a Target next after this. So they've finally done the reset here at Cedar Crest because the Simpsons are moved to this other side. So it's pretty much the same, but a little bit different. Things are shifted around for sure. We have some signs, some signage I don't recall there being before. So WWE, Marvel, DC signage. So I'm not seeing anything new. It's just all, like I said, kind of moved around. You see the DC stuff down here, the Transformers. Sorry to stop filming for a second, but there are still some Joes in this area here. We have restock on the Firefighter as well. Tons of Jean Greys. Restock on Spider-Man Wave. Unless they were here from before, they're restock. But yeah, nothing crazy. Bunch of Banshees still here, full price. Even after the reset, they don't let those go for some reason. Glad if I'm out at the half off store. But let's go look around, see what we can find. Collectible sections, so on and so forth. So I did miss this. I think this was here before. It's pretty cool. 1988 remastered 6-pack. So I guess it's like the reproductions of the 88 figures in the 6-pack form, which is pretty cool. So you got your Turtles, and you got your Shredder, you got your Splinter. Looks pretty cool. The decals on the front of the box are nice. Definitely making me flashback to having my old sewer set as a kid. It'd be cool if they would do a big version of that again. I don't think they have yet. Maybe they did. I don't collect, so. But yeah, vehicles looking good. And NECA collectors wall section. Tons and tons and tons of turtle stuff, as you would expect at this point. At Target, they have not pulled any NECA from here. The NECA toy section that was in the middle of the section, the mid section, they did pull all that up. They just moved most of it over here from what I could tell. But yeah, I got RoboCop there in that cool packaging. Recreate the poster. Down below, some Godzilla, some Beetlejuice stuff that's kind of sitting around. Fugglers, Krusty, Doll, Mo Phone, and all the Pops. So there you go, fully stocked NECA wall.
Serpents and spiders, tail of a rat, call in the spirits wherever they're at. Goblins and
Ross Dressed for Less over on Lehigh Street in Allentown, PA. Let's see what they have. So all I'm really seeing here would be these again. So again, interesting that they are putting things out pretty much the same days. So I'm seeing more consistency than I'm used to. But even all the little Star Wars up front are all gone. So pretty pick through. I think it was a reseller just went by with a shopping cart filled of toys and figures. Who knows? They could be buying them to donate them or something, but it seemed like they're reselling, which is fine. But I was trying to get a look on the cart to see what I missed out on. But I didn't want to be rude and like just stare in the person's cart. So yeah, nothing really worth showing here, unfortunately. Probably gonna go to Ollie's and Target still though. So I finished up hanging out at Dorney Park at Wildwater Kingdom, one of my favorite summer spots. Got on the old lazy river back to back. Nice little ride. Watch some music. Maybe I'll put a clip in here, I can't remember. But here we are, Target Crocs Road, to see if there's a new Street Fighter or anything else hitting that's new. Okay, so Transformer section. Not a whole lot seem to be going on here. Quick look right there. DC. Good old Metamorpho hanging out here. He's just not selling at all. Got a Batman with the sticker. Who knows what those stickers mean at this point, right? Batman and Batpod, 2 of those on restocks. Batman 1 million. To the little Superman the movie figures down this way. Cyclone up top. So we have the new Eternity. Is it the new Fisto, I think? Pretty cool head sculpt right there. Lion-O. Only 2 Jean Greys. I guess they're finally selling, which is surprising. Old school Captain America that won't sell. 2 miles, still full price, pretty sure. But that seems to be it for this section. Let's check the other side, see what's over there. That's an old Mandalorian, isn't it? And we got a Darth Vader, another old Mando. We got this SM33, which I'm sure is going to be clearanced eventually. We got Red Velvet still hanging out here. Darby Allin from the newer wave. Danny Garcia, WWE. Nothing jumping out as new, kind of older stuff. All right, let's check for some clearance end caps and then the collectible section. Actually, I'll keep a run for the Simpsons over here and see what they have for Simpsons. Not too much. Doesn't look to be too much going on back here. What do we got hanging? Billy Gunn. Got Billy Gunn chilling down there. Wasn't not any new Street Fighter here in that section. All older stuff. Ben Cooper's, which again, all older stuff. So not a lot of action in the big box right now, I guess. I mean, Walmart has that crazy display, but Target seems is kind of being consistent. They're just doing Target consistency, right? They get in a couple things here, a couple things there, check the clearance, that sort of thing. I'll show you really quick down here. So again, you can see it's all just Super 7 and random stuff that I don't collect. You might, so I just wanted to show you real fast what was over in this section, but not very much. Big old Deadpool plushie, how about that? Some turtle stuff down below. Not sure what that thing is. Super Saiyan Gohan versus Gamma 1. Yeah, so, okay, I think we're probably done in this location. Wow. So needless to say, considering the move and considering rebuilding the toy room and still buying toys, I've really fallen back on opening things. It's insane the amount of clearance stuff I have, let alone this new stuff I want to open. So expect a mass unboxing pretty soon. I'm probably going to do all Hasbro stuff in one video, and then to do another video of just all clearance stuff. So maybe Hasbro, Mattel, whatever clearance stuff I have, Nacelle, Biker Mice. So a lot of unboxing coming up here on the channel. I have the area ready to rock and roll back here for reviews and unboxings. It'll be a lot of fun. So obviously Dragon Man came in, pretty pumped about that. Got him a little bit later than a lot of people, but he's still here. So we'll be taking a close look at that in another video. So thanks for watching. If you're new, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It is free for you. It does not cost you anything, and it helps us grow the channel tremendously on the march to 8,000 subscribers. While you're at it, go ahead and click that bell for notifications, because that way YouTube should notify and tell you when we post new content here to the channel, like our weekly toy hunts, reviews, and live streams. Leave a comment down below, hit that like button. If you're daily toy content and daily toy updates, try checking us out over at Instagram at Disavowed_12. Hey everybody, if we're going toy hunting this week, please remember the 3 P's of the toy hunt: patience, persistence, most of all politeness. Take care, stay healthy, and I'll be seeing all of you at the pegs.